welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be really cool. I have a DIY video for you guys. In this video I'm going to be recreating a lamp and a mirror. I had just a really simple lamp, simple mirror from IKEA, and they were so boring and I felt like they weren't really working well in my room. So I went to Michael's the other day and I saw this lamp that was so pretty. I'm going to insert a picture of it right here, but it was $60. So I was like, you know what, I have a lamp at home, I'm going to try that by myself and recreate it and kind of do something inspired by this lamp. And then I saw this really pretty mirror. I don't have a picture of it, but it had like rope around it and flowers and it was seriously so pretty. So I was like, I have a mirror for that too. So I wanted to show you guys some inspiration in case you guys are redoing your bedrooms or your living rooms, your houses, wherever you live. I just wanted to film it for you guys to show you how I did it, so that way some of you guys can do it too if you're interested. So if you guys want to see what I made, just keep watching the video. So to get started, I'm just putting some tape on all the parts that I do not want painted. I totally forgot painter's tape, so if you guys have that, I definitely recommend that. However, I only had electrical tape, so that's what I had to use for this project. It was so hard to get off, so I definitely do not recommend it. For my lamp, I'm going to use a flat white paint color, and I'm just laying my lamp down on its side and painting it that way. For mine, I just used Whole Foods bags, but if you guys have plastic or just like anything else that you don't really care if it gets paint on it, then that'll work fine. And then once that sets, I'm just going to flip it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. When you're painting, make sure your hand is always in motion, so that way everything will be painted as evenly as possible. So now it's time to move on to the lampshade, and for this I'm just going to be using a sweater. I am placing the bottom of the sweater on the bottom of the lampshade, gluing a few inches and then pressing it on and just repeating it all the way around the bottom of the lampshade. Make sure that you're pulling the same amount of sweater all the way around the lampshade so that way it will look as even as possible on the outside. So if you use a larger sweater like I did, then you might have some excess fabric, so all we're going to do is just cut down the sweater. And I'm following one of the knit lines on the sweater, so that way when I cut, it's perfectly straight. And next, I'm just securing down one of the sides that I cut on the bottom of the sweater. Next, on the same side that I secured the bottom, I'm securing the side of the sweater. I'm applying my glue on the inside of the sweater, and then I'm pressing it flat against my lampshade. Now that the bottom of the lampshade is finished, it's time to move on to the top. First, I'm just removing a lot of the excess fabric. However, I still leave a little bit extra. I want to make sure that I don't run out of fabric. Once I have all the fabric attached on the top of the lampshade, I'm then going back in with some scissors and just removing all of that excess fabric. Next, I'm just removing some of the excess fabric that's on the side of the lampshade. Next, it's time to secure the second side of our sweater, and for this I'm applying my glue on the face side of the sweater, and then I'm flipping it in so that way it has a finished edge. And lastly, I'm just securing the top and the bottom of the sweater on the inside of the lampshade. And like I was saying before, just remove all of that excess fabric once it's all secured down. And there you have it, guys, a finished lampshade that is just adorable and it takes almost no time at all. And lastly, I'm just placing these two birds onto the bottom of the lamp, and it's almost exactly like the one I saw at the store, and it cost me practically nothing. Here's the finished project, guys. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I hope all of you guys are too. I just think this is adorable. It goes perfectly with my room and it's exactly what I wanted. So here's everything I will be using for the next project and all of the supplies I purchased from Michael's. So to get started, I'm just placing my glue on top of the mirror and I'm pressing firmly with the rope on top of it to make sure it's secure. I also will be wrapping this around my mirror twice. Once that's done, I'm just removing the flower heads from the stems, and honestly, this was really easy. They practically fell off, so I think that was kind of how they were supposed to be used. And then I just cut off that little bit of stem, place my glue onto one of the sides of the first part of the flower, and then press firmly down and kind of just repeat that all over, just placing them wherever I like them. Make sure that you guys are applying the glue on just like one of the sides of the flower and then applying it that way. If you try and put it all the way around and have it flat, it won't stick very well, so that's why I am just putting it on the sides. Next, I'm going in with these branches and I'm just removing them from the really thick stem, and I'm putting my glue on the end of them, hiding them underneath where the flowers are. When you are applying them and like securing them in the center of the mirror where it kind of like shows, just apply the smallest amount of the glue so that way it hides and it's not obvious. For me, I was trying to put it like right behind one of the smaller leaves and just kind of hiding it strategically that way. Place as many of those stems on there until you are satisfied with it. Here's mine. I think this is so pretty. It looks really expensive to me, but it cost me practically nothing, so I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys recreate any of these projects, just hashtag it simply Alexandra321 on Instagram so I can see all of your projects. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!